points regenerated, and also our afflictions, I think, are okay now. So we do have some kind of cipher sickness. Let's manage the inventory. And like give these items over to our companions so that they have the cipher sickness. Don't know. So many ciphers. Don't know. The tidal capacitor. What is this thing about? It's the speed ability. Can we give that over to... I don't know. Calistique maybe? Yeah, nice. Data tunneler. It's an intellect thing. Alright. The standstill is also speed. Let's give speed to Calistique and might to Tiber. And that is... This device is made of 6 conjoined glass spheres, the ecstasy glass. When used, the glass spheres take over the senses and flood the user with profound pleasure. The user cannot see, hear, smell, taste, or feel anything in the immediate surroundings during this time. Instead, the glass grants the experience of whatever is most desired, be it eating a sumptuous meal, engaging in a sexual act with one or more people she desires, or simply sitting comfortably in a beautiful landscape. This infuses the user with renewed energy, after which the glass spheres go dull and cannot be used again. Alright, Tiber, take that. Time step bloodshin. The liquid instantly and completely removes a poison. Could be useful. What is that very die? Target self. It's a true sight pill. Okay. And target self heals 3 points of might. Permanently increase might by 1. Oh! These eyeball and stalk are clearly not human. The eyeball itself has an odd opaque green color, but odder still is the fact that it maintains the moist, lifelike feel. Swallowing the eyeball with some difficulty imparts some of the vitality of whatever creature this was harvested from. So we're going to take this later. I think these things are no problem, so... I know we only have a minor fatal cipher sickness. That is manageable, I think. And... Changing God cultists. But let's go back down here. And explore. The cliffs of Sagus Cliffs. And this seems like it could be like a cooling opening for some kind of giant machine in there. Looks like a cooler from a graphics card. Maybe I'm influenced strangely. Strangely here. This looks like a quarry. You can see stones coming down there, destroyed houses. And seems like those sticker are really doing stuff. Now let's talk to this guy as he's calling hey for all of the time. Who are you, Finzin? Everything about this slender young man says thug. From his scar-slashed eyebrows to the calloused hand hovering over his lip where a dagger would hang, but he doesn't have one. Instead, flour cakes his hands and a single apron string hangs from his pocket. He's apparently a baker. Stand still, you shine, he says, and peers over your shoulder. He curses. Levy's been following me for days. Can't even stop for a piss without checking side to side. What's a Levy? What's a... He sputters. You're new in town? There's one right over there. No, don't look. Shoots another nervous look over your shoulder. They're the law, right? You must have seen them. Always smiling, even if they are snapping the chains on. He swallows, but not this one. No, he follows me around from dawn to dark, staring at me, trying to trap me in alleys. I ain't done anything wrong. And it's worse than that, he says, wringing his hands. That's my Levy. What do you mean, he's your Levy? I'm a citizen, he says, as if this explains it. It becomes clear it hasn't, he groans. Every Levy is made from a citizen, he says. This one was made from me. Look, I can't explain why, but I know that one's mine. I feel it, right? And now it's coming for me. Look, he won't leave me alone, right? I gave a year of my life to make him, and thought that was that. Now I catch him standing in the street outside the bakery, whispering to himself, playing with that carving of his. His teeth graze his lip as he leans closer. He even tried to talk to me. Levies ain't supposed to know who they came from, right? They ain't supposed to know who you are? He wavers, gathering his courage. Could you talk to him, find out what he wants? All right, sounds interesting. I'll talk to you, Levy. He nods. My Levy's the one who ain't smiling like all the others, and he's holding some charred wooden thing in his hands. Did you find out anything? He asks, eyes darting around you. Check on the distant Levy. Well, goodbye. Let's check on that Levy. Finzin's Levy. The face of this armored man is oddly generic, almost as if it was designed to be forgettable. His livery marks him as a soldier in the service of Sager's Cliffs, a Levy. The word comes easily to your mind. He stares past you, turning a small charred object over and over in his hands, whispering to himself. His oddly spaced eyes are red, wet, and haunted. He appears to be looking for someone, and having spoken to Finzin, you can imagine who. The aura of shame around him is so powerful that you can practically taste it. Finzin sent me to find out why you're following. Well, let's first ask him what he's holding there. What are you holding there? He says, then grimaces as though his words hurt him. I'm holding my shame. His hands unfold one bloody, soot-covered finger at a time. A crudely made wooden bird lies there, painted in pinks and pale blues and charred around the edges. That bird represents your shame. It presents, no, this is my shame, and I'm holding it. He swallows. I can't put it down. Finzin sent me to find out why you're following him. Yes, he says, the despair melting away. In that moment he looks like a child, with a child's desperate hope. He knows too, doesn't he? He sees what he did, what we did. Tears leak from his eyes, trailing down into his mouth as he continues. When the machine ripped the year from him to make me, I felt the choices unraveling before me. He hugs himself. I can see them coming. I see them coming. None of it can be changed. Tell him this. For me, the Gillam Manor job did happen. A servant caught him. Called the Levies. They chased him, and he's set a fire. His eyes squeezed shut. The fire spread through the neighborhood. People were trapped. People screamed. His hand clenches over the charred toy bird in his palms with a soft crunch. Please tell him I'm with him in the dark, hiding from the mobs. Sobbing, tell him to give me a different year. A better one. You want Finzin to give you a new year? Just one, he says earnestly, a year without the blackened door, the hand tangled in the grate, the weeping in dark places. Silent tears stream down his face. He doesn't seem to be aware of them. Wails writhing with the glowing ashes, my arms bound with wrecked rope. Every time I'm there, in those last minutes, I try to apologize, but my mouth, his fingertips brush at his lips, my mouth is full of dirt and blood. I don't understand. You want a year other than the one Finzin gave you. Yes, he only had one left, but he didn't know it. Now he has more because of me. I just want one of them. Hold on, I'll speak with Finzin. That is really strange, but anyway, it's his year, right? You find out anything, he asks, eyes darting around you to check the distant Levy. I've spoken to the Levy. He mentioned something about a Numenera job. How did they create your Numenera? Yeah. Let's ask him about that job. You what? Finzin says, going pale. Keep your voice down. You tell anyone else about this? No? Good. He lowers his voice. I have to be unspecific about this. Understand? Before I became a citizen, I wasn't a nice person. I took things for money. Just a few weeks ago, certain people told me they wanted me to visit Numenera. He grimaces, rubbing his neck. I was going to do it, but then I became a citizen. Gave up a year of my life to create that Levy. That Levy. Something changed, he says, frowning. All of a sudden, I couldn't get the dangers out of my head. How thick the Levy patrols were, or how the captain herself was looking into one of my older adventures. He plays with the apron strings hanging from his pocket, so I cancelled the job and started working at my aunt's bakery. Never did the Gillum job, and that's the truth. The Levy, seeing what would have happened if you did the job, he wants another year from you. Oh, I get it, he says, rolling his eyes. It's a shakedown. Give me a year, or I tell him what you did. Well, I ain't done anything. I never killed anyone, and I don't owe him nothing. I can't keep handing out years like they're free. Based on what he said, it sounds like becoming a citizen saved your life. And that was my decision, not his. He groans. I'd go up to Government Square and tell the captain of levies what he's up to. If I had any way of explaining it. Hey, your Levy is following me around. I think it's because he's haunted by my criminal past. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's persuade him. Give the Levy another year of your life. You started fresh. He should get the same chance. Critical success. Nice. Oh, for what? He says, exasperated. A couple bad dreams? I didn't do anything outside of his head. He subsides, crossing his arms as if he's cold. All right. What did he see in this other future? I get caught? Chased around, maybe? Started a fire that killed a lot of people. How much is a lot? He says, rubbing the back of his mouth. Sees some of the truth in your eyes and sighs. Fine, he says. Fine, but I ain't running myself down, searching for a way to give my life away. He rubs his eyes. The Levy machines at the Order of Truth. Go talk to the Skolarks. Since you're so hungry for this, maybe the Skolarks can bash something together that will rip another year from me and give it to him. He grins, but his heart is definitely not in it. Good luck. And with this mysterious quest, we conclude this session of Thoughtful Gaming. Thank you for watching and enjoying the storytelling, Wilmy. It seems like this game is most about storytelling for now. And yeah, I'd be happy if you come again and watch. So, have a good time, happy gaming to you. This is Immanuel Can, signing out.